And now we're going to move on to our dusting. So first we're going to dust our center buds, for which I have 2 pieces of paper towels, and I'm going to use some spring green and some moss green. And what you also want to do is grab the red. This is a pillar box red. You can use ruby as well. And the first thing I'm going to do is grab the ones that have got the little thread in and just colour the thread bit. It doesn't matter if it gets everywhere. Because you really want it right to the bottom, so even if it goes on the bud, it's fine. And then what you're going to do is you're going to get your sugar glue, get your brush, just coat the top bits of the thread, and your red gelatine, or you can use semolina, you just have to colour it yellow, and just dip them in there. So you get that nice little effect on top, like so. And then do the rest before you move on to any other colour. So the red first. Once you've done the larger ones, you can continue with the smaller ones. Now with this, you just want to coat the top bit with a little bit of red of the smaller bud, like that. Then do the rest. And what we need to do now is we're going to move on to the green, and we're first going to get some spring green and just the bottom bit. And you want to do that for all of them. Add a generous amount and coat the whole bottom. Finish off with your last one, and then do the exact same with the moss green. So add a touch more. But this time, just dab a little bit, and you want to just get the bottom bit of that bud, and then bring it to the top. You don't want to cover the neck bit this time, like that. And that's what this should look like once we've finished the dusting process. Now onto the petal dusting. So you can set these to one side and bring across your petals. And for this, we want a flat brush. And to start off with, we want to do a base coat of the red on all the petals before we move on to any other colour. You might need quite a bit of the red as well. You can leave the remaining two colours here as well, the two greens, because you'll be needing them afterwards. So you just want to cover the whole petal, so it doesn't matter if it goes everywhere because you're going to be covering it all anyway. If you don't have the pillar red, a ruby red will work just as fine. And then you'll be able to notice the difference in colour. And keep putting them to one side. So go ahead and just finish off the base coat of all the petals, and I'll see you on the other side. So once you're finishing off your last petal with the base coat, what you then want to do is get some burgundy. This is also by Sugar Flare. And some aubergine. And again, you want a flat brush for this. And then what you want to do is grab one of your petals and just dab it in the burgundy colour. And then just bring it down, just so it gets the raised part of the petal. Get in the centre and do that for both sides, and just keep bringing it down without going back and forth, just down. And then you want to do the same for your aubergine. Getting the edges. And bringing it down. On both sides. And you'll be able to tell how it looks more lifelike than having just the one colour. And you want to do that for all of the petals as well. So first the burgundy, just bringing it across, oops. Doing it on both sides. You can add as much or as little as you want. And then the same for the aubergine. Using these two colours really pops the veining out of the petal, rather than just having it the one, and you'll be able to see the difference immediately. And you want to do that for the rest of the petals as well. And then put the ones you've already done to one side and continue with the rest. Once you've coloured the burgundy and the aubergine, if you want to add some green to the last row of the petals, just going to get your flat brush again and just go over the top. You want to add a generous amount. on both sides. And you really want to blend it in. And then you can add a bit of the darker one. And again, you really want to blend it in. You're still using the same flat brush. Really digging it in. Like so, and then you'll get a perfect petal like that, or a leaf. And if you want, you can do that. If not, you can skip this step. Once you've done all your petal dusting, it's time to move on to assembling the flower. So you grab your little buds. Here I have some green florist tape, which I've cut in half, and you just stretch it to release the glue and tape it across. I'm going to hold that section there and gently just go around, doing it fairly tight. And then just bringing that across as well. So keep stretching as you're going along just to release the glue so it sticks. And bring it all the way down. And then just tear it. And if you've got some tweezers, just open them up a little bit, just so they're not too clustered together. Like so. Then get your floral tape again and wrap around one more time so you can start adding your first row of the petals. And you want to start off with the smallest ones. Remember to use the right side up. And just tape it there. And just mix and match the petal sizes and the petal shapes. Fairly tight. You can always go back and position them where you want them to be. Making sure you're using the right side up. And then just keep going and adding more layers. And the second row you want to place in the gaps between the first row. Again, you can always go back and move them if they're not in position. Keep going. Keep pulling down the wire from the bottom. Put in between. Oops. That tends to happen to me quite a lot. Just want to keep going round and adding more petals in between the gaps. Get some more tape and go over the one that you've just put around now a couple of times, and then keep going and bringing it down to the bottom. And when you're doing that, if you want to just shake it about to find out what petals are loose, and just pull them from the base. But if it's fine and you're happy with it, then you don't need to do a thing. Just keep going and bringing it down and tightening them up whilst pulling the tape to release the glue. All the way down to the bottom. Then you can just tear it off. Your hands will be very sticky after this. And then if you want to move your petals around and just position them how you want them to be. It doesn't matter if you can't see every single one of your petals. So there we have it, guys, our sugar poinsettia. It looks extremely beautiful and very lifelike, which is exactly what we wanted. Now, as I always say, if you found my tutorial helpful, give the video a thumbs up. Please like, share, comment and subscribe to my channel. Be sure to hit the bell button to be notified of any updates. And thank you for watching.